Hello everyone. Today we will learn the structure of MHC. So last class we learned the genes of MHC. So we know the MHC had codominant expressed on the cells. So today, now we learn the structure of MHC. That means their protein expression. So first let's think. So this is class 1 molecule and class 2 molecule. So class 1 molecule is only one chain, and class 2 molecule has 2 chains. So now let's see their structure in detail. So for class 1 molecule, and they have one heavy chain, we call it alpha chain, and they have a small molecule, we call it beta-2 microglobulin. But now here, please know, this beta-2 microglobulin is not indeed coded by MHC. That means their gene, its gene doesn't locate in the part for the MHC. Now let's see the structure for class 1 molecule. The structure of class 1 molecule has 3 domains: alpha 1 domain, alpha 2 domain, and alpha 3 domain. And for the alpha 1 domain and alpha 2 domain, the function is to present antigen. So next class we will learn the antigen presentation and also the T cell recognition. That means this alpha 1 and alpha 2 domain, they present antigen, and the alpha 3 domain will bind to one important T cell molecules. We call it CD8. So this shows the structure of MHC1 molecule. So their alpha 1 domain, alpha 2 domain, so they make this cleft for the peptide binding, and the alpha 3 domain to bind CD8, that molecule, and here this red part is the peptide. So this MHC1 molecule presents this peptide or antigen on their cell surface. And the cellular distribution of class molecule is also important, we should know. Let's see. For class 1 molecule, they express all nuclear cells. So let's think in our body, which kind of cells has nuclear and which kind of cells doesn't have nuclear. So maybe you know the mature erythrocyte, the mature red blood cells doesn't have nuclear, right? So maybe all our cells has nuclear. So that means all the cells in our body can express class 1 molecule. But the density for the different type is different. So for the lymphocytes, they can express the most HM molecule. So the cellular distribution also is important. So we know class 1 molecule express almost all the cells. So all nuclear cells. If the cell has nuclear, that means they can express class 1 molecule. So remember, later we can compare with class 2 molecule. So this is class 2 molecule. So class 2 molecule is a dimer. They have 2 chains. So each chain has 2 domains. So alpha chain has alpha 1 and alpha 2 domain, and the beta chain has beta 1 and beta 2 domain. And alpha 1 and beta 1, this domain made the cleft to present antigen. And for beta 2 domain can bind also by important T cell molecules, we call it CD4. Do you remember? For class 1, the class 1 molecule, the alpha 3 domain bind CD8, that molecule, and beta 2 domain bind CD4 molecule. So this is the structure for class 2 molecule. So they have the 2 chains, alpha chain and beta chain. So for alpha 1 and beta 1, they make this groove. This part is to present antigen, and here this red one is the antigen, is peptide presented by class 2 molecule. So now let's compare the distribution for class 2 molecule. So just now we learned class 1 molecule expressed on all nuclear cells, but class 2 molecule, their cell distribution is very limited. So let's see. B cell, macrophage, dendritic cell. So these 3 cells, later you will know, we call them antigen presentation cells. So they were professional antigen presentation cells. They have a very special role to present antigen. And some other cells, such as the vascular endothelial cells, or maybe later know their activated T cell, also they express class 2 molecule, but they don't have this special role to present antigen. So this is the structure for class 1 and class 2 molecule. So class 1 molecule has one heavy chain, alpha chain. This alpha chain has 3 domains. And the alpha 1 domain, alpha 2 domain is to present antigen, and the alpha 3 domain is to bind with CD8 molecule. And this class 2 molecule, it is a dimer. They have 2 chains, alpha chain, beta chain, and alpha 1, beta 1 domain, they will present peptide or present antigen. And this beta 2 domain is to bind with CD4 molecule. And from this figure, we know the MHC molecule, in the red part, in the yellow one, this is a class 1 molecule, present this peptide, is the red one, and was recognized by T cell. And later we will know this T cell only recognize their own MHC molecule. So now the MHC changed to from yellow to green one, they changed another MHC. So this T cell cannot recognize this MHC. So we call it MHC restriction. And for class 1 or class 2 molecule to present antigen, so last class we know for class 1 molecule, we said for human body, class 1 molecule, we have BCA3 loci. So at most, for the at most for a person, we only have 6 class 1 molecule. And for class 2 molecule, at most, we have 12 class 2 molecule. But do you know how many different antigen or how many different foreign things in this world? So how many different virus, how many different bacteria in this world? So when these bacteria or virus come into our body and we have very limited MHC1 or MHC2 molecule, how can they present so different antigen? So our body is very clever. So anyway, we have very, very limited class 1 or class 2 molecule. But they present this antigen, let's see. This peptide has this peptide, how to say, they have some anchor protein. What means anchor protein or anchor residue? The amino acid. So that means we have different peptide from the foreign things, from virus or from the bacteria, and some in the, so for the class 1 molecule, they present 8 to 10, at most 8 to 10 amino acid. So here, give you the example is 9 amino acid. So for the second, this position, the 5th position, and the 9th position. So here, if we fix the amino acid, so here this amino acid same or similar. Now this different peptide can be presented by class 1 molecule. So our body is very clever. Our immune system is very clever. So although our class 1 molecule is very limited in one person, but we can present so many different peptides because they present this peptide, they have this anchor, we call it anchor residue. So if here is the same, it's okay. So this section, we learned the structure and the distribution of MHC. So what is the structure for class 1 molecule? One heavy chain, alpha chain, right? And for class 2 molecule, it is a dimer. One is alpha chain, the other is beta chain. And you should know the function for the empty molecule is to present antigen. And the distribution for class 1 and class 2 molecule is different. For class 1 molecule, is distributed on almost all nucleated cells. It is a very wide distribution. And for class 2 molecule, their distribution is very limited. They express only some special cells. We call it APC, antigen presentation cells, such as B cell, dendritic cell, and macrophage. And the function for MHC is to present peptide. They present peptide, and later the T cell will recognize this peptide to start the immune response. So, okay, that's all for this section.